it was really, like, as each year went on, especially this year in particular, it just did not sit right in my soul. Like, I could not just sit by and watch it happen anymore. I was like, I have to do something. I don't know what it is, but I got to do something. So I have completely stepped out on faith and told my principal, this is my last year here. I appreciate you giving me my job. I want to leave on good terms, but it's time for me to make a bigger difference. It's time for me to see how far I'm really willing to go to help out the youth of Baltimore. So I'm applying to school for a master's of social work. I still have not heard back, but I'm stepping on faith that I will get in so I get all my licenses so I can really make a difference. And speaking of that vision, it was crazy because I was just talking to my grandmother like Friday because I dropped groceries by her house, with all the plague going around and whatnot. So I dropped groceries by her house and I was talking to her about how I was leaving my job and how this was my last year and how I really wanted to open up a community center. And she's like, really? It's like, where do you see that community center at? I was like, honestly, I see it in that warehouse that's across the street from my church. I can see it already. I can see a basketball court for the kids. I can see offices that reach out to mentorship program, after school program for kids that host summer camps, that has a meeting space that we can rent out to people so that way we have ways of paying the bills in the building. But I'm like, I see it so clearly. And I'm like, I was honestly so scared to step out and do this before. The reason why I even became a teacher, because I had this vision before, but I was scared. I was scared that I didn't know how to do it. I was scared that I needed a job because I had bills and I had a car note and all that. Like the real practical things started to kick in. I was like, I practically can't do this coming out of college. And now I'm just like, God has just been nitpicking at me every day to the point that I can't even be settled in my job anymore. I'm like, nope, God is like, it is time for you to move. So I'm completely stepping on faith, and I am claiming that warehouse. And then when I came down for youth practice yesterday, the men folk were already over there cleaning in front of it. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful. God has already claimed our building for us. And I just feel like if I'm going to say all this, right? Like I've been saying this to fellow teachers in the building for a while now. And I feel like I was just speaking. But I'm like, I need action. And if I say I'm going to do it and I'm telling the same thing to the youth, then I have to prove that I'm going to really step out and I'm going to do this. Yeah. And God's got me because I feel in my soul that this is his will for my life, that this is what's next for this community, that this is what we really need. Amen. And yes, thank God because thank God that the shootings and stuff has stopped. But when this plague has lifted, I feel that there may be a little bit of chaos that comes after that. And I hope that this community center is something that really helps them, that gives these kids a safe place to go, that allows, and not just even speaking of that, like our community center, I see it also being a Christian community center, that we speak the word into these youth that comes into our doors, that we are imparting in them this word, that way they can go out there and spread it to others and their family members. I see it so clearly. And God has just been, that's really what's been on my spirit, is this question. When he asked that question, Bob still had no idea what he ticked off. It was like, how far are you really willing to go? Like, really think about it. Like, we're all sitting here as Christians, and I feel like most of us in here, I can't speak for you, but I feel like most of us really want to do good, and we really want to help people. But how far are you really willing to go? Are you really willing to break that $300 worth of perfume on somebody? Are you really willing to take your time out and really help somebody? Are you really willing? And I feel like it's time. Like I can't sit by anymore. And I feel like if I don't, God's gonna give me. So I need to do what I need to do to help our people. There was one other thing, but honestly, I don't even know if I need to read it. I'm sorry, this is a short message, but hopefully that you have got something from it. I hope that you take away the question of how far are you willing to go to help someone. Amen. And I really want everyone just to sit here for a moment. Just sit here and take a moment and ask yourself, how far are you willing to go to help someone? Are you willing to go that extra mile? Yes. Are you willing to quit that job that may pay good money and have excellent benefits? It's like teaching does. And potentially put yourself in a position where that's really showing faith. That you're really going to have to trust in God to provide for you. And it's just, are you willing? Because I feel like, hopefully you are, because I feel like that's where this church is going. That's where God is leading this church to go through this year of breakthrough, through this vision that we have. I see it coming to fruition, but we need people that's willing to work. We need some laborers that's going to make this thing come to action.
That's right.
So, my message is, how far are you willing to go?
Amen.
Amen.